It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we've got the Panthers reigning league MVP as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we're inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 49 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young now. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Running right. Here's Sanders. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go again with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down. Young. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. And Young's throw there incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A quick throw, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down. Leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
The 40. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick six. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This offense returns to the field, and a former Penn State star, Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Young looks to throw on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy and just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Another run with Sanders. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 39.
in short yardage. Young. He's got Hurst as tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive and help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Young. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Again, it's Young. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to...
It helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on the 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Kamara off the draw. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
On second down, here's the option.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz.
This a 27-yard attempt here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Young on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And taken right on the 30.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 6. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from him. Incomplete. That's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down the 42-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. We would clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got Smith here. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw.
This one taken in by Olave. And it'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Young throw complete there to Thomas.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame moving has turned into results.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Young on 3rd down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the punter, Hacker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They run the option on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Young. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Taking it about the 1.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.